Alright guys, finally I'm able to open the game after 24 agonic hours where I couldn't even get to see my own account due to some error caused by GameLoft ID or whatever. I will be honest with you all guys, I was already preparing a video to talk about that issue when I got a message from one of my Asphalt 9 fellas telling me to check the pass a few hours ago and the game opened because the migration error was finally fixed, or at least in most of the cases. So since that video I was planning to upload today was outdated well before being uploaded to YouTube, I guess it's time to have a quick look into all the new stuff present in this update, including the Lotus ER9 special event, which will be today's video main topic. So let's get into it. First of all, I have been sick during the 3 days prior to this video, so keenly expect my voice to sound different as I'm not fully recovered yet. I'm feeling much better, so I will try to give my best because I promise that if it was the opposite, I would be chilling on my bed instead of in front of the laptop preparing videos for you guys. So it's time to check this theoretical B-Class King special event, right? Because the Lotus ER9 literally has the highest rank on B-Class, an insane acceleration, and you know, we already got the requirements for its special event on the patch notes, so there is no surprise. We need the Tembo TSRS, the Peugeot 9X8, the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta, the Maserati MC20 GT2, the GT Hispano, and at last but not least, the current king of B-Class, which is the McLaren F1 LM. You know, on average, all the other cars aside from the F1 LM are not really bad, but I understand that this event won't be easy for many players. However, I have great news for those who are not planning to waste anything on this car, because the car itself, it's not a king by any chance. So if you decide to skip this Lotus ER9, you won't be missing a huge deal. I will be honest guys, I'm deeply disappointed, I'm frustrated, I'm sad even, because I expected to see something capable of fighting the McLaren F1 LM eye to eye. You know, something great after so many cars that claim to be kings and ended up being mid or not even remotely as useful as they could have been. Just to end up fueled again, this time by a car which has in a way similar problems than those the Pagani Huayra Air had back when it was added. Because yeah, sure, this Lotus ER9 has a great acceleration, literally nobody can deny that, but the way this car drifts and sticks to the ground, I mean, man, I can't stand it. I just can't. Do you know what guys? I have the feeling that in the future another high-ranked B-Class car will arrive, another car that won't be capable of beating the McLaren F1 LM. But do you know what else that extra car will mean guys? That will basically mean that the McLaren F1 LM will be kicked out of the Elite B-Class event. The F1 LM could end up out of the Elite B-Class event because 5 cars that despite being over it in terms of rank wouldn't be capable of beating it in most of the tracks. I know guys, I'm not an alien or something like that, but I like free tokens, and seeing how one of the cars that helped me the most to get tokens from the Elite B-Class event through all these years getting kicked out of its event because of 5 cars in the future, you know, that are objectively worse in terms of general performance, I mean, that hurts me in a way hard to define, not gonna lie. Okay, but back on the Lotus ER9, I don't really think that at this point the only thing where this car beats the McLaren F1 LM is, with no room for any kind of doubt, the acceleration. On every other stat, the F1 LM just claps this Lotus ER9 cheeks over and over and over again with no signs of remorse of mercy, because the F1 LM is still at the doors of June 2024 the best B-Class car ever added to this game. It's as simple as that guys, and none of you all guys will convince me of the opposite. I don't even feel the need of checking out the rewards of this special event has to offer, because I already did, and if you want all the cars included with this special event completely maxed out, all what you will get is 1800 tokens, 60 blueprints of the Lotus ER9 and 9 epic import parts of the same car, aside from the key, the decal, and you know, that stuff which is basically at the very end of the special event milestones rewards, so you know, only those with all the cars maxed out will get to claim them. I'm pretty sure that the Nissan GTR Neon Edition special event will be way harder than this one, because despite a few of the cars featured within this Lotus ER9 special event can be obtained for free in the past, like the Pagani Barchetta, which has a key hand as I'm talking right now. In general, other cars present in the special event like the GT Hispano, or the fact that you need to max out the Lotus ER9 in order to get epics to make it somewhat worth it, makes this special event not that worth it, pretty much like the cars it features, which is sad and, you know, quite ironic at the same time. By the way, some lucky Android and iOS players got the chance to unlock this Lotus just using tokens since the key packs were available in the shop without any conditions for a while, but it's fine I guess, since I will eventually get to the key, just that won't be that easy to reach as those iOS and Android guys did. Alright, but now, leaving the main topic aside for a second, I would like to zoom back to the situation we faced yesterday, where a huge amount of Windows, Steam and Xbox players weren't allowed to open their game as a result of the migration error screen. And you know, that made me think about how easy it is to lose everything you achieve within this game. You know, in Asphalt 8, if the servers die right now, you can still see your garage, the cars you obtained, basically everything you own. Sure, it's true that in Asphalt 8 nowadays you need Wi-Fi to do many things, but in Asphalt 9 without servers you can't do a single thing. You can't even check what you own, because you own nothing. If the servers die tomorrow, you can start saying bye-bye to all the years of progress and dedication, the money and time you have put into this game, because nothing like that will matter. You will be at the same level of a guy who just began the day before you lost absolutely everything. And well, that's extremely frustrating, and you know, it personally saddens me the fact that it could end that way. Because if I had to say goodbye to my account, let's say in 10 years from now, because they are about to close the servers, I would understand it. But man, I mean, if the migration error was slightly more serious, it could have been a game over for me and for many more people, and that's concerning when I look backwards and I see all what I have achieved within Asphalt 9 Legends. I know that I have put a lot of money into this game, and that for many of you guys that's something bad, but the effort and everything else that comes with a great account is still there, if you know what I mean. I guess that everyone else feels like this with their respective accounts, even more considering how hard it is to catch up for a newcomer these days. But anyways, all of these were my thoughts on both the beginning of this update and the Lotus ER9 special event. I have checked out the Legends Pass car, which honestly is better than I thought with a huge nitro efficiency, but yeah, it has a bad acceleration so won't be as competitive as other cars around it. And the Maserati MC20 GT2, which is the Grand Prix car, well, I mean, it's not bad, but as I already told you guys on my patch notes video, it's nothing outstanding really, so I wouldn't recommend to max it out unless you want to gold the Lotus ER9 during its special event. The Maserati MC20 GT2 Grand Prix will appear next Thursday, in case any of you guys were wondering, so we will have to wait a bit. Let me know your thoughts about this special event on the comment section, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you really soon as usual with much more Asphalt content. Goodbye guys!